Hi guys, it's the Black Bonsai Guy and I'm back here again today. Today I will be going into the backyard looking for some bonsais that are in training, trying to see which ones I want to go ahead and take it to the next level. Maybe comb out the roots, put it into a bonsai pot, do a trimming, do a prune, something of that nature. So I'm going to go to the backyard. It's hot out there right now. I got my garden hat on and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I found this plant right here. I actually got this off of Facebook Marketplace over the summer. Lady was selling it. I think she wanted like 15, 20 bucks. It's Portulacaria Afra. I have plenty of these growing in the backyard, but for whatever reason, I felt like this particular plant was already pretty much there. Provided the root system looked good. So this is the one I picked today, the bonsai. Let me go ahead and do a profile for you. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is picking this plant up and kind of bonsaiing it the same way I did my other one. Maybe in this type of direction, cutting off maybe there. But I also thought about leaving it in this formation and taking the tops off, cut everything on the top off, and maybe put in some movement into this trunk. I don't know, maybe there, come back down, bend it around, and then wire up these individuals here and kind of have them on a S-shaped type of pattern. I don't know how that'll look. That's just me initially thinking about it. I don't know what I will know what I can do once I take it out there. It's been in that little small container here. I'm hoping there's a root ball in there and has something for me to grab onto. So what I'm gonna do is go grab an old pizza box and I'll be. All right, I'm back. So I took that jar outside. I dropped a brick on it. It broke in one easy movement. There was a ring on it. I was able to slip that over the root ball. I'll show you the root ball in a second. But now I think I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some general pruning. I got some rocks down there to hold it up because it doesn't have any soil in it right now. So I'm just going in right now with my pruners and I'm seeing what makes sense. I'm gonna do something different, man. I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna do something different. Normally, I stick to certain molds. Hopefully you guys can see that. But I'm gonna do this one different. Something just telling me to try this. I'm taking everything off top. And generally you would take everything off the bottom when you bonsai. And I'm gonna try to wire this up and do something with it. Don't know what. I'll be back. Let me grab some wire. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to cut me some bonsai wire and I'm going to start wiring this. I'm gonna go with a thicker one. Although I don't need this thickness, I want something that's gonna be able to really hold up. You know what I mean? Boom. Put this here. And I am just going to do a wrap. be easier. Let me just take this out for now. Show you guys the root ball. Here's the root ball. Not many roots on there. I'll comb it out in a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start wrapping this. And you guys won't be able to see much of it now, but hopefully when I get to wherever I'm going, this is a complete freestyle. It could come out looking crazy, or it could come out looking like a masterpiece. Normally when you freestyle something, it always come out looking like a masterpiece. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping this wire around the plants. And you guys are not going to be able to see a lot of this right now. I'm doing this in an unconventional method. Maybe I could bring it over here. Let me pause. All right, I brought you a little closer so you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this wire all the way wrapped around this plant without breaking anything. And I know the bonsai gurus, they'll be mad at me for doing it this way, but you know me, you know the rules, go break them. The reason I did this way is because that plant, it just didn't have any, place to anchor it down in that pot because the root ball was so small. And technically you wouldn't put this in a bonsai pot right now, but since I'm the Black Bonsai Guy, I'm gonna break the rules. I want to start getting stuff into pots right now. We got winter coming right around the corner, and sometimes these succulents, you put them out there in that weather, it'll kill it. So here's where we kind of are right now. I gotta go a little lower over here on the wrap. Give me a second. Come on, work with me here. There we go. Oh, not in frame. Let's get this. Come on. It's hard to get the tension I need, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do it like that. Slide that down. Let me pause and finish this. All right, so I got that wire kind of tentatively bent around there. Let me go ahead and start bending the plant the way I want it to go. So it's kind of gonna come this way with an arch, and it's gonna come down, and I'm bending the wire, being very careful not to put too much stress on this plant. By the way, I knew I was going to do some bonsaiing this week. I didn't know what, but I had a couple candidates lined up, and I made sure not to water these succulents, because the less water they have in them, the more pliable they are. All right, let's see how that looks. So I'm going with this is going to be the front. Let's see. All right, good trunk line. I like that. Let's see if we can bend this. I almost want it to look as creepy as possible, because once it gets into a bonsai pot, it'll work itself out. Now you guys can't see it because y'all not doing this, but this is actually, I think, gonna look pretty good. Let me back out just a smidgen. And what I'll do is, I'll go ahead and take this pizza box away, because I don't need it anymore. Let me pause. All right, I don't think I paused on that last one. So you can see kind of where we are. Let me just get real dangerous here. Come up, come over this way. Bang. That's pretty contorted. You guys can't see from this angle, but look at that angle there. So the trunk comes out, comes down like this. I want to get some left to right going in it, so I'm going to come this way. Come on, work with me here. Again, I'm bending the wire and being very careful with the plant. Let's see how that looks. Ah, I like that. I like that. All right. Let me pause. All right, I'm back. So I lowered the camera a little bit so you guys can kind of see the angle. And remember, I said the other side was the front, but that side, I like that. I think that's a good front right there. Maybe we put it in a pot like that, so you can just kind of follow the trunk line, or maybe not. Let's back this up a little bit. I'm gonna put some more turns in this. Okay, looks better than it does on camera. I can see that for sure. And this wire drive I have is horrible, but this is a succulent and you really don't need to do too much to it. It will kind of follow these loose guidelines. Let me hold this wire with these pliers, then I can go around. Come on. There we go. Not too shabby. All right. This all it needs now is a prune. I might not do that until I pick out a pot for it. So let me go grab a pot and some bonsai soil, and I'll put it in the pot and we'll see how it looks. All right, I'm back. So I cleaned up a pot. I actually found a guy whose father was a bonsai collector and gardener, and he got rid of a bunch of pots and gave me a good deal on them. So let me just see how that looks loosely. Got this wire here. Come on, give me some mag right. Get this out the way. I think that's the appropriate size pot for it. And what I'm gonna do is add some soil to it now. 1 second. All right, got my pizza box back. Figured I need it. What we gotta do is we gotta wire up this pot. So, you know, standard, well, this is not a standard, this is really high quality bonsai pot from Japan. See a stamp right there. Good stuff. You got to put these screens on the bottom of these pots so that they don't, so that your bonsai soil doesn't just fall out the bottom. So they make a rectangle one. Sometimes you can use that in your pots that are rectangle, or it can allow this to fit in it. For this one, I'm using a circle one. So what you do is you gotta wire this thing up. So you grab a piece of your spare bonsai wire that you may have laying around, may or may not. I have, that's too thick. I'm gonna use a piece of, you wanna make sure it's relatively sturdy. And you want to make sure it fits through the hole. And of course, I cut a piece that's too big. That's what she said. Gotta watch The Office to know about that. Cut another piece here. And what you want to do is, you want to get your screen and you want to push this through it and then push it through it to where it kind of looks like this. Give me a second. To where it kind of looks like that. See that? There we go. And then what you do is you drop this in the pot. Come on. Come on. Give me a second, y'all. Put it in the pot. Like, where's my... Come on, Jay, get it together. Put it in the pot to where those are sticking out. Then what you do is you bend those out. bend them out. See? Now your screen is in place and nothing can come out of it. All right. This side is a little long, so I'm going to just cut that off. Boom. There's the bottom. All right. So now what you want to do is you got to get something to anchor your plant to. Something to tie it up with. And I'll show you that in a second. So you get a piece of bonsai wire about like such. Put this down. Then you take this wire, right, and you cut it in half. You can eyeball it. And then you make a X or a T, depending on how you look at it. Then you give it a quick turn like that. See? I just made an X with it. And you do it again and again and again. Now you have something that kind of looks like that. So what you want to do is you want to take these and put it through the bottom of your screen. Stick them through that. And it'll take a second. If you don't want to watch, you can fast forward through it. But you just find the holes that line up. Come on, y'all, act right. Get in there. Get in there. All right, come on. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now you see, I got all of those in the pot. Take your long pliers and you pull them up to where they snug. All right, just pulling them up. Grabbing them in there and pulling them up. Because you're gonna need those. Those are your anchors that you're gonna tie your plant up with. So, see all 4 of them in there. So I'm gonna pause and go add some soil. All right, I'm back. So what I did was I pulled my X from out of the bottom. I pulled it out, and I pulled it out because it's probably gonna be too tedious for me to try to tie those deeply in the pot. So I'm just gonna redo them and make them longer. So I'm gonna get some more wire that's longer. That way I can bring them all the way up to the top and I don't have to worry about messing around with it too bad. So I cut that. Don't throw this away if you ever do this, because I got another bonsai that I could use it on. So again, cut this in half. Just looped it, cut it. Make a X. Do it again. One more time. All right. One more. Now let's put it back through the bottom of the pot again. This time, hopefully it goes smoother. Find me 2 holes that are close to each other. Put those in. Come back. The other 4. Come on, guys, we live. There we go. Boom. Now I don't have to get my pliers in the bottom of the pot and fidget with it while I'm doing a video. Let's put those out to the side for now. All right, looks like that. Got the bottom. I'm gonna pull that a little tighter, but that's it. Go add some bonsai, so I'll be back. All right, we rolling. So I added some soil to it. Now we're gonna comb out the rest of this loose dirt. This is the original dirt that was in the pot. Just gonna gently comb that out. And these roots are nice and dry. On succulents, they don't have to. Actually, don't like being in water all the time. So this is a decent, decent sized root ball for what they were growing in. I mean, that pot was extremely small. So I'm just gonna kind of place it in there. And see if that's the height I like. Use a rock to hold it in place. And of course, it's not accurate. But let's leave that there for now. I just want to see. It's hard to tell when you're looking at it on that cardboard box, but I think that is going to work. Let's rotate there. That'll do. I want to bring it higher in the pot maybe. Let's put that rock on the bottom and see how it looks. Let's see how that is. Are you gonna stay up for me or are you gonna act bad? Gonna act bad. Let me grab some more rocks. All right. See if we can get it a little higher in the pot and see if that gives me more of what I'm looking for. Just work with me for a second. Come on. Just for a second. Yeah. That picks it up some. See, so you guys can see. So I'm gonna go add some more soil. I know where I wanted that in the pot, and I'll be back. All right, I got some more soil. I think I'm ready to commit to putting it in the pot and tying it down for now. So I'm just going to get my wires and twist them down. Where all my pliers. There we go. It's acting bad today, y'all. Don't want to do what I needed to do when I wanted to do it. Twist there. That's why it's important to have the right tools when you doing bonsai. I'm not saying you need these tools. If you got something that's close to it that'll work, that's cheaper, by all means go ahead and use it. I know prices on bonsai tools can be expensive. To be honest with you, you don't need to use most of that stuff. You can use your standard gardening or tools from a standard kit. So what I'm doing is I'm just tying this down in the back, trying to get some roots involved. And what I'm doing is I'm tying this to the root ball, those 4 wires that we had earlier. And then you come in here with your pliers and you twist it tighter. And as it sinks up, it holds that root system in place. And if you do it right, you should be able to pick up your entire setup the same way I just did. All right, so now is the time. Let me go get a cup of bonsai soil, and we need to get our what do they call those things? I can't think right now. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So the word I could not think of was chopstick. So now what you want to do is you want to go ahead, get those wires that you use to anchor out of the way. You want to get those moving to the side for now. Now you want to start adding in some of your bonsai soil. All right, so we got our soil in. We take our chopstick and we gently, let me get a little closer so you guys can see. All right. So what we're doing is using our chopstick to gently sink that bonsai soil around it. You're doing that because you want to fill up those air pockets. There's air pockets all in this. And you want to make sure that all of the roots are properly taken care of and covered. And I have to do a video on the bonsai soil that I use. I make my own using dry shell. What else? What is it? Dry stall, some shell, and some I think it's called black gold cactus soil. And I sift out all of the fines, get all the fines out, and then mix that together in a ratio that you feel appropriate. Generally speaking, you want to be 2/3 inorganic to 1/3 organic. And organic is anything that was alive or is alive. And inorganic is something that is not alive. Now, I'm pretty sure, something telling me that's not the best definition to use. Because I think at one point, inorganic material was alive. I think that's correct. I gotta go look at my crystal book. I collect crystals as well. And there's real sharp definitions on what classifies something as a mineral versus a crystal versus other. So there's a root there, and I don't think I'm able to get it down. So Just pull it out. And notice I keep adding material here. And as I poke and prod, it settles down to the bottom. And just filling it up. So it is getting close to where we're going to get some cool weather. So I want to get this out in the yard so the roots get settled. Even though you can grow these plants inside, I just want to get it in the yard so the roots get settled. Give it some food so that it's good to go for the winter. All right, I think I've worked this enough. I think we got it nice and packed. So what I'm going to do now is these wires that are exposed, just go ahead and cut them off and use them, because remember, this is the perfect size to do a screen on a pot. So let me just snip that there, and I'll cover that with some soil. Come over here. Let's do a snip. Come on, man, y'all. Let me get in there. There we go. All right. So we got some larger pieces of pine bark in there, which I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. And I'm telling you, you can poke and prod. You can do this for, 10, 15 minutes and really get it packed in there. I won't show all that on the video. I'll come back and do that in a bit. But let me get this pizza box out of here. I don't think we need it anymore. And we'll start doing some refinement on the design. All right, so the video is getting kind of long. I think I might turn this into a two-part thing. But just wanted to do a quick profile with you guys so you can see what we've been doing. This is before refinements and trimming and all of that stuff. This is really just kind of looking for the front of the plant, seeing if you executed what you thought you were going to execute before you do any fine refinements on it. I tell you right now, it doesn't look like much, but I actually like that. I like that angle right there. Excuse me, back up. So yeah, I'll go ahead and end the video here, and I'll just make this two parts. It's the Black Bonsai Guy. I'm out.